Hazel eye. Hazel eyes are a true biological phenomenon of adaptation. Yesterday they were green and today they are golden. You stand by the window and they turn brown, and when you enter a blue room, they become olive. Hazel eyes do not reflect light like blue ones, nor do they dampen it and protect like brown ones. That's why they are perfectly adapted to changes and do not lose visual stability. Biologically, they are characterized by a medium level of melanin, not too much to make the eye dark, and not too little for the light to scatter. Hazel eyes are extremely sensitive to changes in light, temperature, surroundings, and even emotions. They are affected even by the color of clothes or the angle of light, which means that hazel eyes actively react to all stimuli in real time. When pupils dilate or blood circulation changes, the color of the iris may look different. When you get excited, the green in them explodes, and when you are calm, they take on warm tones. When you are scared, a coolness appears as if something has darkened them from within. Some scientists try to push them into the light brown category, others into green. But they don't fit anywhere permanently because hazel eyes are not a specific color. Only about 5% of the world's population has hazel eyes. Amber eye. Amber eyes look like they don't belong to a human. You see this color in wolves, tigers, or owls because it's their natural weapon and warning. However, less than 5% of people in the world have this color, and most don't even know that's what this color island. People confuse them with hazel or light brown until the right light hits, and then you see the difference. The secret to amber eyes is lipochrome, a pigment you encounter more often in animals. But in humans, it can accumulate in the iris with minimal or zero presence of melanin. Without the blue scattering effect, you get true amber. Amber eyes do not change and have no shades. Research shows that amber eye color can cause a tension reaction in people looking at those with this color. Gray eye. Gray eyes are rare. Less than 3% of people in the world have them. They don't sparkle or change color. Gray eyes are not just a color, but a structure, because they have the least amount of melanin of all colors, even less than blue. It is this lack of pigment that causes light in the iris to scatter in a very specific way, creating a cool, steel, or ash shade. Instead of reflecting it in a warm or vibrant tone, they blur it. Red eye. Red eyes are not eyes reddened from fatigue, but red eyes really exist. True red or pink eyes appear when the iris lacks melanin. Unfortunately, in extreme cases of ocular albinism, the iris has no pigment that absorbs or scatters light. This makes the blood vessels behind the eye partially visible. When light passes through the iris, it doesn't reflect color, but blood. The result can be a faint red tint, especially in strong light. Depending on the angle of light and the structure of the eye, they may also appear purple or lavender. Although extremely rare, these colors exist. In true albinism, the redness is more pronounced and scientifically explained. These people usually have reduced visual acuity and need constant sun protection as the lack of pigment does not block UV rays. Black eye. Black eyes are terrifying. Science says they don't exist, but that's not true. Black eyes don't have black pigment in them. It's such a deep brown that it absorbs almost all light. This is the result of extreme melanin saturation. Such a high concentration means that almost no light is reflected. In the rarest cases, as in aniridia, a rare genetic defect, the iris does not develop at all or disappears. The entire eye looks like a black hole, the pupil does not close, and light enters uncontrollably. Heterochromia. Heterochromia is a joke of nature and occurs in less than 1% of the population. One eye is light and the other is dark. In most people, the body distributes melanin symmetrically in both irises. If the gene responsible for melanin production and distribution has an error in its code, a variation appears and one eye has less melanin and the other has more. The error can be inherited from parents or be a new mutation. There are 3 types of heterochromia. Complete heterochromia, where one eye is different from the other. Partial heterochromia, where a fragment of the iris changes shade like a light scar. And central heterochromia, where 2 colors appear in one and only one eye. People with heterochromia see the same as others. Ring. The eye ring around the iris is called the Kayser-Fleischer ring. This is not an eye color, but a medical warning and a danger. The ring is the result of copper accumulation in the eye at the edges of the iris caused by Wilson's disease. This is a rare genetic disorder that prevents the body from properly removing excess copper. Copper accumulates in various organs not only in the eyes, but also in the liver or brain, leading to serious health problems. The accumulation of copper begins gradually, and in the initial stages is visible only during special examinations, but in advanced cases, it is visible to the naked eye. Although it does not affect vision itself, it indicates a serious problem. If you notice a golden glint in someone's eyes, it may be a signal requiring urgent medical attention.